For this episode, we're going to be returning to the ice perimeter here, and we currently have something new installed. We have basically, we got to call a Zamboni. It's just basically world eater sweepers that are without the world eater, because we have the snow here, and we can't do light suppression because we have Starlight on the server, which is a light engine mod, so that we can run this ice farm and not crash the server. So yeah, we kind of don't know how that got pushed down. But yeah, so we have these guys here. This is just going to clear all the snow layers, as you can see, because it was just snowing when I logged on, because we had this player AFK'd overnight, so the snow layers started to form. But with this sweeper here, we can basically clear the whole floor of snow without needing to do that manually. And the other way could be like string or some things of sin. I have taken a screenshot where over here, the whole night where the inside the snow can form with the player here, there was no snow forming on top of packed ice. So if you want to do it that way as well, instead of making these sweepers, you could basically make your whole floor out of packed ice, I believe. Maybe the other versions, I haven't tried the blue ice or regular ice. So you can cover the whole floor in that, and that could make it snowproof. I know packed ice for sure is snowproof because I've seen that, but I don't know the other two as of right now. But yeah, so we're going to try to finish this deco off here. We have a lot to do. I think it's like close to 300,000 blocks, but finishing this off will be very, very nice. And we have this instant wire here to activate all of the flying machines at the same time. It's basically just a butted rail line, and that just allows us to take the signal from anywhere with all these observers, and we stop them a bit ahead, because if you have them touch the rail line with the flying machines, the observers that would come the flying machine, that would update the rail line and then create a loop, which is why we have the obsidian one block forward here. So rail line is a bit of a pain to build with, because if you place any blocks next to it, it's basically an update any spot, but it doesn't reset if you update any spot. It only resets if you power it at the end with the snow blocking things. So it's a bit of a pain, but we got it done in the end, which is something that is good. So yeah, we have them across the whole perimeter here, and kind of an oversight by me when doing this. I didn't realize that we would need to prevent snow layers from forming to see the deco still. So yeah, we got to do this little bit of adaptation here, which wasn't too bad. We got it done, so that's the main important part. But yeah, so we're trying to do some more decoration here. Not any redstone, unfortunately, for us redstone people, but we need to finish this perimeter off. It's been put off for a little bit too long here. And yeah, so let's get this underway. That's where we got all the powdered snow when we did for the magma cube, so that's probably a little bit more filled. Yeah, so we got a bit more filled with a little bit area that's in the spot. I don't know if we have any still here. We don't, but we can easily get some if we ever need, because we have a bunch of filled ones over here. But yeah, so let's get on with this decoration here and wrap this perimeter off. The ice farm is currently running, because we do need some more blue ice. I should probably switch it back to blue ice. I've been running it in regular ice mode to get some ice there. So we should have a few boxes here. Yeah, so we'll switch it over back to blue ice. That's the main type we need right now. So that should be good here. The top layer is just requesting shulkers, but it should basically only be a few. Yeah, because we have a Fredstone block here. We've only used a couple shulkers here, so there's still about like 9 or a little bit less than 9 stacks in there. But yeah, switch this over back to blue ice mode, and we'll start to get some of that. And we'll fill this up a little bit more. I think we need in total about 20 or so about like 8 more hours or so we need to run the farm in blue ice, and then we need to run for about 8 hours for all the packed ice that we'll need very soon. But we have all the shulkers for that, we have the farm for it. It's all just about time, and it's going to take quite some time to place this ice decoration. Most of you may have seen it, some of you may have not. If you haven't turned into the stream, I do have a full render of what it looks like. in my Start In Soon on my Twitch channel. So if you have seen it, you know what the actual thing looks like. If you haven't, it's going to be quite a surprise to you, but you've probably already seen it from the thumbnail, so let's get on to building that decoration. Alright, so we have a bit of progress done on the walls here. Not too much, but it is something, at least on this side. The other side, Dazi has been getting a lot done over here. He pretty much did the full thing over here. I did a bit of the top section to finish it off. And originally just had bricks across the whole top here, so the quartz bricks. But I since have changed that over to just randomize the blue ice and the packed ice here to give it a bit more detail, because there's the white top, like the bland white top up here, doesn't look very good, and I think this will make it look a little bit better because we don't have just a, it's a little bit more textured to it and not just one solid color across the full thing. And yeah, so that's got this side done. Got to do the inside here, which is just some concrete powder patterns, and then this wall is done. Then we got this one over here to do, and then these two over here as well. Do make some modifications to this side with the sweeper, as well as that one to house the sweepers. So the stairs obviously can't start where they should, and we'll have to make some other minor adjustments to the decoration to make sure you can't see the walls behind it. It's going to be a bit of a weird thing to do, but it should be something that is able to be done with time and a little bit of prepare and tested and creative and stuff, but we shall see. But some of you guys may have noticed that some of the stuff on my hotbar and my armor has been changed or retextured in a resource pack that I've been slowly working on. So we have the armor to look like a bit of more fire texture to go with the elytra a bit more, which I think it kind of does. And then we have the tools and the fireworks and pork chops I changed over to the fire hearts. And then the rockets I changed over to an orange color palette instead. Really like how the tools came out. It also does work with the netherite hoe as well. And I do have the bow, which I can show off as well here. So you can look in here. We have the bow texture and then the other netherite texture as well. But yeah, super proud of how this stuff's kind of turning out. The armor is a bit much, I think, on the front, but I think it does blend well with the tools, so that was the main focus of it. So yeah, got a lot of the stuff that I've been doing with the retexturing. It's been kind of fun to make some changes to the original vanilla thing, and we can change that over if we ever need to and adjust the textures. But yeah, so we're gonna get on these walls here. I'm gonna go stream again. I don't know if I'm going to do the concrete powder to finish this one off first, or let's just continue with the pillars. I'll probably do the pillars over here first, and if we have time, we'll start doing the concrete in the middle, but only time will tell. So let's go to the stream. If you've never seen the stream, I do stream randomly on Twitch if I have some time. Hopefully that gets to be a little bit more consistent now that I am starting a new job, but that will mean less time for MC, but hopefully we can make it work, but we'll have to see once I start in the new year. So yeah, right, so we have more progress on the walls here. You can kind of see what's started on the other two walls as well, but currently we have one wall completely done here, and you can see what the design that we went with here. Happy, one of our decorators did an amazing job for this wall here for this perimeter. So he added a bit of a little Easter egg, you can call it, with the little hearts at the bottom here for like the fire heart that I use all the time, which is also part of my UI here. And yeah, so it looks very, very nice, especially with that diamond in the center of the pillars there. The worst thing about this is all of the blue ice, because there is about 20 shulkers about, including the top part of the wall there. So there's about 20 shulkers of blue ice and 60 shulkers of packed ice for this wall that was needed, or for all four walls, obviously, not just one. But yeah, it's a lot. So the ice farm needed to run for quite some time. But yeah, I mean, nothing we can't do. Just running in the background. Doesn't use too much of the server, so we can just do that as well. And then yeah, the heat plate and stuff, also kind of a pain to get, but we did get there in the end, and it does look really, really nice. One wall done, and we can do finish the other 3 walls, which you can see we started on the other 2 as well. But yeah, let's get back to that, and we will come back once everything is completely done. We can show it all off. Right, we have some more progress here. The full thing is also completely done once it loads in. Render distance on the server is about 16, so from one end to the other, basically use all of the space that we cleared out as much as we could. So we used basically, it's almost, I think it's 272, I believe. So the floor is 256. So that's from where this floor ends over to there. And then the walls are about 8 or 9 in depth, I believe. So it does give us a bit more depth to everything. But yeah, so we have the sweeper house in here. You can kind of see it's a little bit different. We could actually keep all the stairs because there is no slime blocks on the bottom here. But we had to make some adjustments to here. So some of the stuff is glazed terracotta to kind of fit in with what replaces. So we have light blue terracotta to replace the quartz that would be there. And then we have the regular blue to replace with the ice wood. Kind of fits in. Obviously, it's still noticeable in a sense, but it's not too bad, especially when you're far away. You can't really tell the difference that there is glazed terracotta on this side compared to the other one. But obviously, once you get closer, you can realize that. But yeah, so I still want to kind of do something to make the sweepers more accessible. Now that we have a bed guy, we really don't need to do it all too often, especially we're not even in the area at the moment, so yeah, but right now it's just a note block in one of the corners of the sweepers here. So we need to do this, and I probably would just do an observer chain somewhere towards the portal. It would look kind of messy if we don't go around this way. But anything we do with it's going to look a bit weird. If we want to make it accessible, we could just make it somewhat accessible from in between here as well, which I probably will do, and then we just send it to both of them at the same time, because it doesn't matter if we send one off before the other, because the sweepers only be at one side at any given point in time. So the sweepers are there for a reason, because we're in a tundra biome, and it is one of the biomes that has the snow factor to it, and it also is very important for the ice farm to create the ice with the water, with nothing above it. So that was important. But yeah, also the downside is that it will create snow layers, because the farm doesn't take up everything, so there will be snow layers on the ground here. I did, however, find out that it doesn't create snow layers on top of ice, so that is something that you can use. But yeah, so need these guys. We could do sea lanterns, but that would basically ruin the decoration, because the decoration obviously is based off the blocks here, and sea lanterns would then ruin that, which wouldn't be a good thing. So that's why we went with the sweeper aspect to it. And it's not too bad. We kind of did a little bit finagling with the adaptation of the walls here, but it's not too bad. But yeah, so those get rid of all the snow layers going across. Obviously, it's not instant, so you don't want to use it while the farm is running. It wouldn't make any sense if it's snowing, because then obviously keep launching it back and forth. So we'll just have a manual switch somewhere in the perimeter to clear that if need be. But yeah, decoration is fully finished, and it does look absolutely amazing. Obviously the walls you can't see too much from, but I think the packed ice up top here instead of the regular quartz adds to the perimeter for sure. So yeah, lots, not really, I guess, technical episode today, but we did get a lot of decoration done that really needed to be done for this. We kind of like neglected this for quite some time, just because it's kind of a pain to do. As you can see, it goes up to 137 looking at, so they are about 130 blocks tall walls, which is pretty big, but yeah, definitely was worth it. I really love how this area turned out. Happy did an amazing job with this decoration here, and with some future ones to come, it'll be even better than this. Don't you worry about that. But yeah. So we'll have a little bit of a showcase at the end here of the ice farm running with the decoration and basically finishing this perimeter off. But yeah. Besides that, that's going to be it for this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, all those sorts of things, and I'll see you in the next one.